Nearly 3 weeks after the mini-submersible Titan imploded, killing all 5 people on board, the company that operated it, OceanGate, has reportedly suspended.
In the last 2 hours, the US Coast Guard's confirmed that a Canadian aircraft detected underwater noises during the search for the submersible, which is missing in the North Atlantic.
On June 18, 2023, a tragic event occurred during a diving expedition to the wreckage of the Titanic. 5 people boarded the Titan, a special submarine operated by a privately owned company, OceanGate. As they descended into the North Atlantic Ocean, something horrifying occurred. The submarine imploded, resulting in the loss of 5 lives. The U.S. Navy played a significant role during the investigatory efforts of locating the lost submarine. In fact, they heard something shocking during the submarine's last moments before all the pressure under the ocean crushed them without warning, leaving little trace behind. The U.S. Navy had specialized equipment to detect underwater sounds. They heard something ominous when the submarine encountered trouble. However, they kept it a secret. What did the U.S. Navy exactly hear in the final moments of the Titan submarine? Let's start off by taking a closer look at the submarine itself. Formerly known as Cyclops II, the Titan was a 5-person submersible vessel operated by privately owned company OceanGate, founded back in 2009. OceanGate provided crude submersibles for tourism industry research and exploration. The Titan measured 22 feet in length and weighed about 23,000 pounds, being constructed from carbon fiber and titanium. One may assume that the vessel was a state-of-the-art and robust piece of underwater technology. But this assumption could be wrong, as you will find out. The carbon fiber used to construct the submarine was actually sourced at a discount from Boeing, and the reason might shock you. It was because the carbon fiber was too old for Boeing to use on their airplanes. OceanGate acquired the old carbon fiber from Boeing for their submersibles, which are obviously supposed to be strong and sturdy. However, it's debatable whether the old carbon fiber was truly unsuitable for the engineering of OceanGate submersibles. What's for sure is that it wasn't an ideal move to make, considering the amount of pressure deep in the ocean. What's worse is that Boeing later stated that they have no records of any sale being made to OceanGate, which makes it rather suspicious. In addition to all of this, OceanGate had initially refused to seek certification for the Titan, arguing that excessive safety protocols would hinder their innovation. According to OceanGate, the vessel contained monitoring systems that continuously analyze the strength of the hull, which is the main body of the submarine. Also, the vessel had life support for all 5 passengers for a total of 96 hours. However, there was no GPS underwater. The support ship, which monitored the Titan's position from up above, instead sent text messages to the Titan, which generally provided distances and directions. On top of this, the Titan apparently had several backup systems intended to return the vessel to the surface in case of an emergency. These included ballasts that could be dropped, balloon thrusters, and sandbags held by hooks that dissolved after a certain number of hours in salt water. Ideally, this would release the sandbags, allowing the vessel to float back to the surface. Regardless, the Titan could move at up to 3 knots underwater, and its steering controls consisted of a Logitech wireless game controller. It's worth noting that the use of commercial off-the-shelf game controllers for such applications is rather common, as the Navy uses Xbox 360 controllers to control periscopes in Virginia-class submarines, which are the Navy's latest class of nuclear-powered. The U.S. Navy has a long history of research and technological development, which has ultimately played a crucial role in advancing our understanding of the deep ocean, developing specialized equipment and techniques for exploring it, and ensuring the safety of those who venture into its depths. One notable example is the Navy's deep-sea exploration efforts in the Trieste, a deep-sea submersible that set a world record for the deepest dive in 1960 when it descended to the bottom of the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench. The Trieste was developed by the Navy's Bathyscaphe Trieste Corporation in partnership with the French Navy and was instrumental in advancing our understanding of the deep ocean. The Navy has also played a key role in developing technologies for underwater communication, navigation, and sensing. For example, the Navy's Undersea Warfare Center has developed advanced sonar systems that allow ships and submarines to detect and track underwater targets. Its Naval Research Laboratory has developed specialized sensors and instruments for studying the ocean's environment. As a matter of fact, these very sensors developed by the U.S. Navy played a crucial role in solving the mystery behind the Titan's sudden disappearance on June 18th. Now let's run through all the events that led up to the June 18th tragedy, from the preparations and actual dive to the subsequent search and rescue efforts. Let's uncover what exactly happened and what the U.S. Navy heard thousands of feet deep underwater. The U.S. Coast Guard, Canadian Coast Guard, and Royal Canadian Navy launched a search and rescue operation. The search was hampered by poor visibility, harsh weather conditions, and the lack of an emergency beacon on the Titan. On June 22nd, after 4 days of searching, the Coast Guard located debris from the Titan about 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. The debris was consistent with a catastrophic failure of the pressure chamber, and it was clear that the Titan had imploded under the immense pressure of the ocean. The U.S. Navy had detected the implosion shortly after it happened, using a highly confidential acoustic detection system. The Navy's information helped to narrow down the search area for the Titan, and it ultimately led to the discovery of the wreckage. The 5 people on board the Titan, including the CEO of OceanGate, were all killed in the implosion. The cause of the implosion is still under investigation. Here are some additional details about the incident. The Titan was a submersible designed to carry up to 5 people to the bottom of the ocean. It was made of carbon fiber and had a pressure hull that was rated to withstand the immense pressure of the deep ocean. The Titan was equipped with a variety of safety features, including a communication system, a sonar system, and an emergency beacon. However, the emergency beacon was not activated when the Titan lost communications. The search and rescue operation for the Titan was the largest and most complex in the history of the U.S. Coast Guard. Over 100 boats and aircraft were involved in the search, and over 1,000 personnel were deployed. The implosion of the Titan is a reminder of the dangers of deep-sea exploration. The pressure at the bottom of the ocean is immense, and even the most advanced submersibles can be crushed if they are not properly designed and operated.